This is WVUA 23 News at 6.
And thanks for joining us. I'm Philip Coleman.
And I'm Lynn Brooks. Topping off the news tonight, it is Election Day. Millions of Americans are voting, putting an end to this bitter presidential race.
Steve Nannis has more on today's election and how it's going so far, with both candidates casting their ballots.
For Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump, today is the day to vote, then wait. The two presidential candidates join the millions of Americans across the country who are participating in the only poll that truly matters in this 2016 campaign.
I know how much responsibility goes with this, and so many people are counting on the outcome of this election, what it means for our country, and I'll do the very best I can if I'm fortunate enough to win today.
Clinton held a small lead in the final national polls released yesterday, but Trump remained in striking distance in many of the key battleground states necessary to reach 270 electoral votes. The GOP nominee, casting his ballot in New York City, believes his campaign will come out on top.
It's looking very good. Right now it's looking very good.
Election officials are bracing for a laundry list of potential issues, such as long lines, lawsuits, and possible cyber attacks. The Justice Department is sending election monitors to 28 states. At polling places across the country, voters choosing between two historically unpopular candidates.
I don't see how Hillary Clinton is going to make a difference in our country.
And I just think the Republicans are just out for the rich.
Also at stake today, the balance of power in the Senate, which is expected to be close. The first polls close at 6 p.m. Eastern. I'm Steve Nannis reporting.
And breaking news just a few moments ago, Los Angeles news organizations now reporting an active shooter situation that has closed 2 voting places in California.
Pollers were directed to cast their ballots elsewhere in the city because of the shutdown. No word yet on any injuries because of this shooting.
And of course, we will keep you posted. Meanwhile, the Tuscaloosa County District Attorney's race is one of the biggest local races. Republican Hayes Webb and Democrat Dennis Steverson.
WVUA 23's Jabari Pruitt has been following this race since the very beginning. He joins us now live from the Tuscaloosa County Courthouse with more on that race. Jabari.
Well, Philip, Lynn, both of these candidates do bring a wealth of experience. Now, Republican candidate Hayes Webb currently serves as Tuscaloosa County District Attorney. Now, he was appointed back in September by Governor Robert Bentley after defeating Lynn Head in the Republican primaries. Now, Webb believes the District Attorney's office should be ran in an effective, efficient, and ethical way. Now, Democrat Dennis Steverson, a former Tuscaloosa County Assistant District Attorney and Circuit Court Judge, says reducing crime will be his main focus.
You know, for the past 20 years, I've been focused almost singularly on criminal work. And it doesn't make any difference if you've been prosecuting or defending cases. I've been immersed in it, and I've been excelling at it.
We need someone who's been in the trenches, who's done it all, and who can guide the office to be effective in actually moving the backlogs of cases and to make sure that victims have justice once they are in the criminal justice system.
Now, this looked like it could be a very close race, and of course I'll be out here throughout the night and bring you the very latest results as they come in. But for now, reporting live from downtown Tuscaloosa, Jabari Pruitt, WVUA 23 News.
All right, thanks for that report, Jabari. And of course, we'll have an extended newscast tonight at 10. We'll have those very latest results as they come in, also a crawl on the bottom of your screen. U.S. Senator Richard Shelby was in Tuscaloosa this morning casting his vote today. Shelby was at Church of the Highlands, which is his local polling spot. He says it is imperative to vote this year because of everything that's at stake.
Well, it's very important. It's important in our lifetime because there's a lot at stake. The Senate's at stake, the House is at stake, the President's at stake. This has been a hard-fought race on both sides, Democrats and Republicans, and I think it's your view of America and America in the future.
And Shelby is on the ballot for re-election and is expected to easily keep his seat today. And we continue with our election 2016 coverage. Secretary of State John Merrill predicted record numbers of voters casting ballots today after voter registration hit a record high 3.3 million. In Walker County, voters had plenty to choose from outside national and state races, with several county commission races on that ballot, along with several dozen constables within that county.
In Bibb County, voters were choosing their next representative in Congress and their county commission seat, District 1, along with other state and national races. The county commission race is between Walter Sansing and Keith Birch. Several other races are also on the ballot, but those were not contested races.
And in Fayette County, races included County Commission Districts 5 and 6. Lines weren't excessive in the county, at least not in the morning hours when we dropped by. Polls remain open in Alabama until 7 p.m., so if you haven't yet voted, there's maybe just enough time for you to get out to your polling place. Well, switching gears now from all the election coverage to check on our local weather.
Chief Meteorologist Richard Scott joins us now. Tell us all about another beautiful fall day and still the growing hope for some sort of rain.
Still so dry.
It's really dry out there, guys, but at least it feels good outside. Temperatures back at the low 60s in Tuscaloosa and also on Birmingham. Temperatures will continue to cool off this evening. Check it out, satellite and radar composite. Nothing out there in terms of rainfall. We're dry. We had the clouds around today, just no moisture really to enhance any rainfall across the state. And that'll be the trend over the next several days. Here's our computer model in terms of the rainfall amounts over the next 84 hours. That's more than 3 days. No rain expected across Alabama. We got more on your local forecast coming up in a few minutes.
All right, thanks, Richard. Here locally, a flyer has been causing a lot of controversy, claiming that the election has been divided into 2 days.
That's right. Our Chelsea Barton has been looking into this situation. She's live at the Tuscaloosa County Courthouse Annex with the story.
Lynn, Phillip, first of all, let's go ahead and make sure folks know this flyer is a hoax. Nothing printed on it is true. The election has been today and is only today. The notice reads, due to the end of daylight savings time and the anticipated larger voter turnout, the 2016 election will be split into 2 days. The creators of the flyer seem to be targeting Democrat voters, since the flyer instructs Republicans to vote today on Election Day and for Democrats to vote tomorrow. The Tuscaloosa County Sheriff's Office is aware of this situation and is currently looking into it. County Democratic Party Chairperson Nick Rose says he's disappointed anyone would take the time to create a prank like this, and he has this message to voters.
Get out and vote, and don't let someone take advantage of you and stop you from exercising your democratic right. I'm a teacher, and I tell my students, go out there and happen to the world. Don't let the world happen to you. And I tell voters the same thing. Go out there and make something happen. Stand up for what you believe in, and don't let people take advantage of you.
Rose also told me it's his understanding there was an actual printout of the flyer present this morning at a precinct in Buell. Authorities say they, however, have not seen a printout of the flyer and have not found one in anyone's possession. Again, the information printed on these flyers, whether electronic or paper, it is false. The election has been today. It's only today. Polls are closing at 7 tonight. Reporting live from the Tuscaloosa County Courthouse Annex, I'm Chelsea Barton. Lynn, Phillip, back to you.
All right, thanks a lot, Chelsea. Duncanville Middle School got into the election spirit today by having their own. Students not only simulated the popular vote, but they also had their own version of the Electoral College. Meanwhile, the Duncanville Middle School TV studio provided election coverage, running vote totals with student reporters and live interviews and teachers giving updates all during the day. The goal is to provide the students with a hands-on experience with the election process and the coverage that surrounds it.
We have 8th graders that will be voting in the next presidential election, so it's important they start now understanding what they're going to be doing in the very, very near future.
And Demopolis Middle certainly not alone. DAVIS-EMERSON Middle School in Tuscaloosa County held their own vote today. These students researched the candidates ahead of time and made sure they were registered before the big day. The school's library was redesigned to resemble a real polling place, complete with lines formed by last name, voter rolls, and the real choices from the Tuscaloosa County ballot. State Representative Bill Poole also stopped by today, giving these students a look into the process.
We've been trying to do a simulation that will give the kids an opportunity to experience voting now while they're young and still learning. We want kids to understand that the process of voting may not be as difficult as they've been led to believe.
And several University of Alabama students helped make this middle school election happen. Well, still ahead, new jobs are making their way into Bibb County.
Plus, there's a huge job opening in America. We'll have much more on that after this break.